Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this lesson, we will be studying the rules of mad. Okay, so mad is the sign we have here. Okay, and this is the sign that means that you have to stretch the haraka. Okay, and now there are two types of mad: short mad and long mad. Short mad means you have to pull the haraka or like the duration of 3 alifs. Okay, and the long mad is like you have to pull it for 5 alifs. Okay, now the question is like, what is the length of an alif? Okay, so some people say that it is like, the time it takes when you open a closed finger. Okay, so again, I think this definition is not very clear because you don't know like how fast you open your finger. If you open it slow, then your mad is going to be too long. If you open it too fast, then your mad is going to be too short, because the length of your mad is depending on the length of alif. Okay, and the length of alif is depending on how fast or how slow you open your closed finger. So I think the better definition would be the length of a standing haraka like fatha, kasra or dhamma is the length of an alif. Okay, or the length of a madda letter is the length of an alif. So if you are reading slow, okay, if you are reciting Quran and you are going slow, then the mad will be like long accordingly. If your harakas, the standing fatha, kasra, dhamma are a bit longer, then the madda will be long accordingly. So you have to compare the length of madda to the length of the standing fatha, standing kasra or standing dhamma. Okay, so where you have the long mad, you stretch it for the length of 5 harakas, for 5 standing harakas. Okay, or like 5 standing fathas or 5 standing kasras. And if it is a short mad, you pull it for the length of 3 standing harakas. And better than that, like what I would suggest is that try to listen to your favorite qari, and that way, like if you listen to a recitation, you follow it. Okay, and because the qari is reading it like perfectly fine, inshallah, so you will be able to learn the correct length. Okay, so you cannot measure it by like counting with seconds, because some people say that the length of one alif is 1 second, which means like the long mad will be equal to 5 seconds. That's too long. Okay, so anyways, the best way to learn the proper length of a haraka or the proper length of mad or a madda letter is that you should listen to recitation of qari you like, and that way you will learn the correct pronunciation, inshallah, and the correct length. Okay, so here you see like it says there are two types of mad: short mad and long mad. So how are we gonna know like which one is the short mad and which one is the long mad? Because here they did not point out any. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so here on this page we have 5 types of mad. Okay, only one of them is the long mad, which is like the duration of 5 alif or 5 harakas, 5 standing harakas. Okay, and that is the one right here. It is called madde lazim. Okay, and what is a madde lazim? So when a tashdid or sukun follows a harf madda, that is madde lazim. Okay, and the length of madde lazim is duration of 5 alifs. Okay, now look at the example. Here we have a madda letter. We have alif after fatha. Okay, so whenever you have alif after fatha, or ya sakin after kasra, or waw sakin after dhamma, that's a harf madda. Okay, or madda letter. And here we have one of the madda letters, which is alif after fatha, and the next thing we have is a shadda on top of jim. Okay, so we have a shadda followed by a shadda following the madda letter. Okay, and that is madde lazim. And now here we have to stretch it the length of 5 alifs or 5 standing harakat. Okay, so it's going to be atuhajjuni. Okay, so we have to stretch ju because here again we have madde lazim, like waw sakin, after a dhamma, that's a madda letter, and it is followed by a shadda. Okay, so that's why we have a madda on top, and because of the mad we have to stretch it. That is madde lazim, and we have to stretch it the length of 5 alifs or 5 standing harakas. Okay, so we have 2 madde lazim in this example, one on top of ha and the other one on top of jim. Okay, so ha and ju, both of them we have to stretch the length of 5 alifs or 5 standing harakas. Now the next example is do. Okay, we have a madda letter and it is followed by a shadda, so we have to stretch it the length of 5 alifs, okay, or 5 standing harakas. Okay, now here we have a, so it is a standing fatha, that is again a madda letter, and it is followed by sukun on lam, okay, like al. Okay, so we have to stretch it the length of 5 alifs or the duration of 5 standing harakas, like al ana. Okay, in the next example we have lam, mim and ra, and you might be wondering where is the sukun or shadda after a madda letter. Okay, so now here in this example we have to just break it down. Let me explain it with this example here. Okay, we have qaf, okay, and it has a madda lazim on top. So the definition says when a tashdid or sukun follows a harf madda. Okay, so we need to have a sukun or tashdid here in this example after harf madda. Where is the sukun or tashdid and where is harf madda? Okay, so the answer is that when you say qaf, you are actually saying qa with a fa with sukun. Okay, like qaf, right? Qa, that's the madda letter. Okay, qa, and then we have f, like fa with sukun. Okay, so we have a sukun after a madda letter, and now that's the definition of madda lazim. That's why we have a madda lazim on top of qaf, like qaf. Okay, so qa is the madda letter and the sukun is on fa, like f. Okay, like qaf. So we have to stretch it the length of 5 alifs or 5 standing harakas. Okay, again here yasin. Okay, so in sin we have c and nun sakin, like sin. C is the madda letter and the sukun is on nun, like sin. Okay, that's why we have to stretch it the length of 5 standing harakas or 5 alifs, because there is a madda lazim, and madda lazim is because we have c and nun, like c is the madda letter and nun has the sukun, so it's going to be sin, yasin. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so we have ta, sim, mim. Okay, so sin, okay, you have to join c with mim, like it's going to be seem, like seem. Okay, seem. Okay, and then mim. So in mim we have a mi and mim with a sukun. So again that is like the definition of madda letter, that a madda lazim, that a madda letter is followed by sukun, like mim. Okay, so that's why we have the madda lazim on top of sin and mim. Ta, sin, mim. And same thing here, alif lam mim ra. Okay, so this is generally the only mad that we stretch for the duration of 5 alifs, or mad lazim. Okay, that is always stretched the length of 5 alif, or the duration of 5 standing harakas.